Today we're looking at bad Magic the Gathering combos, but they actually work. We're going to start off with Christopher B's genius idea, Magister Sphinx into Wound Reflection. When the Magister Sphinx enters the battlefield, target player's life total becomes 10. That's, I mean, if that's a 20-point life, if you're a 20 life, you lost half your life. How we're comboing off with Wound Reflection. A 6-mana enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So if you're at 20 life and you went down to 10, you're losing another 10, and you know what? It's gonzos for you. Assuming they had 20 life to begin with. Otherwise, use Heliod's Intervention first. Why would that matter? Lose even more life. Lord. What do we got over here? Sliver Overlord for 3 mana. Search your library for a Sliver card. Reveal that card. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library and pay 3. Gain control of target Sliver. Well, okay, so what is the idea? Why do we have Donate? Masquerade Nexus says creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Masquerade Nexus, name Sliver. Then donate it to somebody. All their cards. They're Slivers now. Then you play the Sliver Overlord and you gain control of all their Slivers. They'll be peeved when they hear the sound of that. Okay, Phil Go, thank you so much for your super chat. Lich's Mastery. I swear to God, there's not like there's not a single combo day that we don't talk about a Lich of some sort. Approach of the second sun. Why do we need the second one all of a sudden? All right, Approach of the Second Sun. This is a sorcery. When it's cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7 from the top, and you gain 7 life. But then if we look at Lich's Mastery, it's an enchantment. Hexproof, you can't lose the game. Well, it's all upside from here, I suppose. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. So we're going to draw 7 cards off of that life gain. And whenever you lose life, for each 1 life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. When Lich's Mastery leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. What? What's the combo? You just want to draw 7 cards? I swear to God, that's the only plan here. Either draw 7 cards or win. One of those two, and it's not going to be anything else. Breath of Fury doesn't give extra combats if you can't sacrifice the creature it's attached to. Oh, is that true? So is that a bad combo that didn't work? Yeah, we did. We broke Masquerade Nexus. Sorry, I'm just reading like the new combos now. It's that weird card. You can describe the card. Every jank-mtg combo show. I know. Okay, you put it 7 from the top, then draw 7 cards. Oh, that's genius. That's true. It's the 7th card. You know what? This is the type of combo. I'm like, what is the point of this? And then they play it out, and then it suddenly makes sense. Yeah, that's right. It's 7 cards from the top. You're going to gain 7 life, which means you draw the Approach of the Second Sun. But you still don't win yet. Like, you still got to cast this thing next turn. But you know what? That's pretty cool. I like that. You know what that is? That is pretty cool. It's like, Approach of the Second Sun. Well, I guess I'm just going to draw this one up all over again. Next, let's get Why Kill. An old one, but a good one. Goes in any deck. Pariah Shield. Oh, Pariah Shield. Stuffy Doll. Stop hitting yourself. Isn't this like a good combo? I don't know how many times we've seen Pariah Shield. Okay, Stuffy Doll, the indestructible construct. They'll deal damage to a player that you choose whenever the damage is dealt to the Stuffy Doll. Pariah Shield is a 5-mana equipment. All damage that will be dealt to you is dealt to equipped creature instead. That is just a creepy art, in my opinion. It's very, very, very creep. Big time creepy. Next, we got Bacon Catbug. Season of the Witch and Silent Arbiter. A certified hood classic. Season of the Witch and Silent Arbiter. It's like Silent Arbiter is like you can only attack with one thing at one time. Attack and block, I believe. No more than one creature can attack each combat. No more than one creature can block each combat. Season of the Witch. I'm not going to read the ancient scripture. It might not make sense. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment unless you pay 2 life. At the beginning of the end step, destroy all untapped creatures that didn't attack this turn, except for the creatures that couldn't attack. At the beginning of the end step, destroy all untapped. Oh! They didn't attack. Well, if you didn't attack, well, I'm sorry. You're going to lose all your creatures. RIP to those creatures. F in chat. And it's funny, Silent Arbiter probably is going to stick around of all the things. A combo so bad, we literally had to make a ruling of we don't know this is meant to work. You figure it out. Yeah. Exonort. You have the Serpent Society, Mindslaver, and Sailmonger. Oop, where am I? Where'd I go? Where'd I go? Okay, I found my way home. Sailmonger. Oh, this is neat. Okay, 4 mana for 3/3. Pay 2. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. Any player may play this ability. Is that effect so rare that you have to give like it's like on a 4 mana 3/3? Mindslaver. Gain control of some player's next turn. Then we have the Serpent Society with Death Touch. Ward. Get 5 poison counters. What? Oh God! Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies. No, that's we don't care about that part. So your point is we're gonna Mindslaver somebody else, and they're gonna use the Sailmonger's ability on the Serpent Society and get a bunch of poison counters, and then also be rest in peace. Bad combos that aren't that bad. Some of them are. Most of them are pretty bad though. Next up, we got so me and Broly, I see you there, but it's a pay to win show. The bigger super chats come first. Toads, Enduring Courage. I'm gonna get to everybody. I promise I'm gonna get to everybody. And release the dogs. Release the hounds, Smithers. Release the dogs, a 4 mana sorcery. Create 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens. What do they do? Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. When Enduring Courage dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's an enchantment. Okay, so you just want to put a bunch of dogs on the battlefield and smack people for what I understand is 13. Whenever another creature you control, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Yeah, okay. Big, huge chunk of damage. More synergy than combo, but whatever. Next. Random Mage. Miku Lost But Singing. I love how when it's like a Godzilla card, people prefer the Miku side than the real side. Is this yeah, it's a Zuza. And then we have Glacial Chasm. Mole Man. Mole Man, Molloyd Master. Okay, Mole Man. You may play lands from your graveyard. Same thing as a No, Azusa's not. You can't play lands from your graveyard. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green minion creature token named Molloyd. With whenever this token attacks, you can mill a card. Then we've got Glacial Chasm. When it comes to play, you gotta sack a land. Creatures you control can't attack, but prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. And then you may play 2 additional lands on your turns. Okay, so I'm guessing the combo is the lock. You, but hold on, you got to pay the 2 life. So you're sacking a land. I don't get this. What are we doing here? So I understand we can sack our lands. We can play them back from our graveyard and with interest. Whenever this creature attacks, you may mill a card. Creatures you control can't attack, though. When this comes to play, sack a land, prevent. I don't get this card. I don't get this combo. What is the point of this? Is there an explanation here? 5-card combos count, but I have a link to my Discord. You have to submit it in my Discord. There's a space for jank-mtg-combos. This is supposed to be called jank, and why are we calling bad? Am I going back to bad? I could swear I rebranded this to jank. I just didn't notice. And it's free, by the way, in my Discord. But only three card combos or less in chat. Okay, you refuse to pay, sack it, then... Oh, that's genius! Okay, so the point is you don't pay the cumulative upkeep. You just sacrifice and then just replay it from the graveyard thanks to Mole Man. And you don't lose land drops because you got Azusa. I like it. I like that a lot. That is so cool. Okay, next. We've got super chat from Meme Bruley. Infinite. Oh, Meme Bruley paid more money to skip ahead of Meme Bruley's own super chat. Infinite blue mana via artifacts. Good afternoon. What? It's a no. You didn't have to do that. You just had to wait, Meme Bruley. You were next in line. This was your super chat was good. It was good money. You get another one. Give me another combo. Oh, infinite blue mana via art. Did you have that in the Discord? Okay. I assume it's in here. Where is... It's called blue mana via artifacts. It's in the Discord? It is. Holy crap, you made this a long time ago. Whoops. Boop. Okay, with enough artifacts on the field for Uthros, which you most likely will with Mickelson Lattice, activate Master Transmuter to return Tezzeret to hand. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the cards. We got the Mickelson Lattice. All our permanents are all permanents are artifacts in addition to other types. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. Next card, we have the Master Transmuter. So for a blue tap, return an artifact you control to its owner's hand. You may put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. We also have Tezzeret the Seeker. +1, untap up to 2 target artifacts. Has got the -X. Search your library for an artifact card with convert mana cost X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I assume the -5 is not relevant for this one. And we also have Uthros Titanic God Core. Enters tap, but when you station it to 12+, you can pay a blue. Tap, add a blue for each artifact you control. Maybe we are going to go -5 on this, so we can station that thing up. Okay, what's the genius here? So with enough artifacts on the field for Uthros, okay, which you most likely will with Mickelson Lattice, activate Master Transmuter to return Tezzeret back to hand, because Tezzeret's now an artifact. So we're balancing our Tezzeret back to hand, which is an artifact. Then put it onto the battlefield via the same effect due to Mickelson Lattice. Tap Uthros for a bunch of mana, then use Tezzeret's +1 to untap Uthros and Master Transmuter, both artifacts due to Mickelson's, and repeat for infinite blue mana. The deal is, okay, we have 1 million artifacts on the battlefield thanks to Mickelson Lattice. So I guess we just randomly have this on 12. So we station this thing up to 12. And then we keep untapping it with Tezzeret. We can untap 2 artifacts, and one of those artifacts can be the Master Transmuter, which returns Tezzeret back to hand and withhold the floating mana, replay Tezzeret, and then we do all this shenanigans again. Keep doing shenanigans. Cool. Very cool idea. But it's even cooler than that. It's FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards, especially the Secrets of Strixhaven cards. You got to be prepared, quite literally and figuratively, when it comes to those Secrets of Strixhaven cards. Don't forget to use coupon. Oh, also, if you have any combos, a lot of combos that came out of Secrets of Strixhaven, use a coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it supports the channel. And who doesn't want to support the channel? Are you not supporting the channel? You can support by just chatting in chat too. That's fine too. It's free. But for everyone with money, FusionGamingOnline.com. Happy Marvel. Oh, yeah. Marvel. I almost forgot that Marvel is out now. Snakes MTG. We have Mere Servitor. Mere Servitor. And Thought Picker Witch. You get to choose what one player draws, and it will lock them out of drawing anything that does anything. Oh, that sounds very feel-badsies. Pay 1, sack a creature. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library, then remove one of them from the game. Is it like a super fate seal? Mirror Servitor says at the beginning of your upkeep, if Mirror Servitor is on the battlefield, each player returns all cards named Mirror Servitor from their graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, you just sack any creature? Oh, you do sack a creature. Okay. This is very, very funny. It's just super fate sealed. Now, it doesn't really guarantee that they're going to draw nothing. It's just highly likely that they're going to draw nothing. Highly likely. Next, let's get Restian Serpentine. Supportive parents. Very nice. Oh my god, so they're so loving. Silk Web Weaver. And Arachnid or okay, I'll get Spider-Man Web Slinger. Spider-Man India can be at what? Spider-Man India can be added as well. Infinite tokens and infinite +1/+1 if you use India. What's India? I don't know what you mean by India. Oops, all spiders. I don't get. Okay, we'll read the cards. Supportive parents. Tap 2 untap creatures you control to add 1 mana of any color. Silkweb Weaver has an activated ability. Creatures control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Also has whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human citizen creature. Oh, Spider-Man India? They meant Spider. Oh, hold on. Okay. What instead of Web Slinger? Okay, hold on. Spider-Man India. It's funny, references India, but Wizards doesn't sell magic cards to India as far as I'm concerned. Like they never translated any magic cards to any of the languages in India, which I guess there are many, which makes it awkward. I once tagged Mark Rosewater, like, why don't you sell magic cards to India? And they're like, and he didn't say anything. I just got ghosted. Or maybe they are being sold there, but only in English. Okay, we've got Bollywood Spider-Man. Okay, now does this make any sense? Okay, Spider-Man India has Pavitur's Seva. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains flying until end of turn. I don't know how this works. Like, you gotta give me more information here. I am missing too much stuff. So, whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Well, what does that have to do with this? Whenever you cast it, I understand. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you get a 1/1 green. Does the web slingers bounce off each other? You may cast the spell for 3. If you do, return a tap creature you control to its owner's hand. But how do they become tapped? Oh, they become tapped because of this one. Tap 2 untap creatures you control, add 1 mana. Is that enough? Is that enough to pay whenever you cast? I guess that you need 3 mana. I removed part of the combo. What was part? Okay, I got confused. I got super ultra confused. Well, it's 4 cards. You have to put 4 more cards are in the Discord. I don't want to look up 3 cards. Sorry, I don't want to look up more than 3 cards in chat because I'm just writing out too many cards. So hold on, where was your thing, Gil? It was this. Oh, yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, what that was. Sorry, that wasn't your combo, Gillum. So supportive parents, Silk Web Weaver. Okay, we got that. Okay, we also need Spider-Man Web Slinger. Can be added as well. Infinite tokens and infinite +1/+1 if you use India. So, okay, so the Web Slinger is the one that taps for a white. You can cast this spell for a white. And that is the creature that we can bounce back to our hand over and over again. Was this even necessary? I'm not entirely certain if Web Slinger India was necessary. But, and then you tap Supportive Parents and Silk Web Weaver. Oh, I guess you need some other creatures in play. But those creatures can be tapped, right? Those creatures can be tapped for the Supportive Parents. And then we just keep bouncing them back to our hand with do we need like multiple Spider-Man Web Slingers? They said these three combo and other card works with the combo. Well, you know what? Don't confuse me on combo day. Don't confuse. It's too busy. There's too many things to look at. Just please give me the minimum number of cards. I don't need more options. We just stick to one option. Phil Goad with the super chat. Absolute grace in darkest hour. Darkest hour. All creatures are black. All creatures gain protection from black. That's very fun. You know what? This is humor. It's so simple and it works. No one has actually came up with this idea. Usually it's like all creatures are black, and then destroy all black creatures or something like this. Everyone has protection from black in this case. I love it. Jason Blue, hello everyone. Being a teacher on some break is great. This is the 4th stream I've attended. Welcome, Jason. I guess I'll see you for like 2 months before you go back. The Big Nate, Siona Captain of the Places. I have to say, the morning crowd is way more generous with the super chats for these combo shows. Siona Captain of the Places is a 3-mana 2/2 human soldier. When Siona Captain of the... the Plias. Someone was cringing as I was pronouncing that. Captain of the Plias. Oh, there's other cards here. And then Shielded by Faith. Let's not get too carried away. Let's not get too far. Okay, Shielded by Faith is actually a 3-mana aura. Enchant creature has indestructible. Whenever a creature enters, you may attach this aura to that creature. Cool. Well, how is this going to help our Siona? When Siona enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them. Oh, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Maybe we're going to find our Shielded by Faith. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So what does that mean? Oh, is that that's basically like infinite? Is that infinite creatures? Whenever a creature enters, you may attach this aura. That's infinite creatures. That's such a simple combo. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature, create a 1/1. When that 1/1 enters the battlefield, you can attach that to that creature, which then triggers the Siona to make another creature. That's fascinating. This feels like it should be a competitive combo in a weird world. Yeah, infinite tokens with 2 cards. Beware. Not infinite win though. You got to give them haste. But you know what? Infinite tokens. Next up, James Morningside. James, that is not a bad combo that actually works. That is a good combo that actually works. James, if you have another combo, let me know. That definitely does not count for these shows. It's gotta be bad combos. Pacers, I did your combo. You didn't have to pay for it either. What's with you people? Pacers, you're too early to the show. I did your combo because I sort of thought you weren't going to show up to the show. Okay, Elixir. We have a bunch of freebies in the super chat. Torpor Orb. So just to let you know, James Bacino, you gotta think, like, what's a combo that's not competitive, no one's heard of, and that's the combo that works well for the today's show. And it could be derivatives of a good combo. What's this? Worm Fang. I don't get it. Is it just Worm Fang? Worm Fang. Oh, Manta. Not Mantra. You can Mantra at home. And then Thassa's Dwelling. Cool. We're having like a hard time today. Is it even Dwelling or is it Thassa's Swelling? No. Thassa's... This card doesn't exist either. What is with today? Oh, Thassa Dwelling. Okay, that was my fault. It's my fault that time. Okay, we finally got 3 cards after a lot of problems. Oh my god. Torpor Orb. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. Somehow that is going to matter with our Worm Fang Manta. When Worm Fang Manta comes into play, you skip your next turn. Well, not with the Torpor Orb, it doesn't. But when when Worm Fang Manta leaves play, you take an extra turn after this one. Okay, what does Thassa Deep Dwelling have anything to do with this? At the beginning of your end step, exile up to one other target creature you control. Oh, when it leaves play. Does it really just leave play? It doesn't go to the graveyard? Yeah, when it leaves play, you take an extra turn. Well, you take infinite turns. Oh my god, that's broken. You know what? That is broken. What a combo. Well, I don't. Well, the problem is there's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments. Oh no, actually, it doesn't. You don't need the commas when you're looking on Scryfall. It's not necessary. But if you add like an extra S when there is not supposed to be an S, then Scryfall will just spit at you saying no good. Is this really a card? Nika of the Old Ways. Nika of the Old Ways. Apparently not. It's Nikya of the Old. Please. Please, everyone. Don't make so many typos. Cody. The more typos, the slower the show goes. The slower the show goes, the less people that get to be part of the show. So you have to make sure you're typing everything correctly. And after you make your comment, copy it. Copy it so you can keep copying and pasting it. Okay, Coveted Falcon. Oh, so I remember the name wrong. Everyone's remembering the name wrong. Yeah, bingo, learn grammar. Is it Nikachu? If I have to rebrand myself, we'll go with that one. Okay, so what is the point of this? What's the combo here? Okay, the point is already disguised. Give the other two to the opponent. Oh, I have no idea what's going on here. So Nikya says you can't cast non-creature spells. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produces. Cody says you can't cast creature spells. Pay 4, tap, add Wooburg. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards on the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then we have Coveted Falcon. When it attacks, gain control of target permanent you own, but don't control. Disguise for 2 minutes. So I have to disguise this thing. When it turns face up, target opponent gains control of any number of target permanents you control. Draw a card for each one they gained control of this turn. Oh, so you want to give them the Cody? You can't cast permanent? That sounds so rude. You could just donate that thing. And then hold on, you can't cast non-creature spells, so they're just screwed. Essentially, they can't do anything anymore. All they have is a 5/5. So all you have to do is deal with the 5/5, and that's it. It's GG for them. All right, next up we have Paces Fan Forever has a new super chat. It's Omniscience and Spine of Ishna and Atog. Omniscience, Spine of Ishsa, and the OG Atog that has to sacrifice artifacts. Okay, we'll take a look at this combo and many more. But we gotta thank our sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. In fact, because of Mana Traders, you can play any weird combo deck you want that you could possibly imagine. And if the combo doesn't work out because it's too bad, that's okay. Send it back and get a new one. Rent using coupon code Nikachu_Z4M for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription when you're renting on Magic Online with Mana Traders. Okay, this should be somewhat. I don't know why you need the Omniscience. You can cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. What is that? Just to play the Spine of Ishsa? When Spine of Ishsa enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. When Spine of Ishsa is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return it back to your hand, so you can just replay it over and over again. And then you need the sack outlet with a Tog. Sack an artifact, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. But most importantly, your opponents don't have any permanents anymore. They're all gone. Wonder what happened. Beautiful combo. Simple and easy to read through. Do we have James give us a new combo? Looking out for you, James. You got a new combo? You super chatted, James. Or did James like donate and then ditch? I'm looking out for you, James. I'm looking out for you. I see your super chat. But that's a good combo. Good combos are banned on this show. We need bad combos. Gillum, Toph the first metal bender. And Eon Engine. I posed the explanation on the Discord because it needs some explaining. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's first look at the card. When you post on the Discord, I'd actually appreciate you posted the cards also on Discord. So Eon Engine is a 5-mana artifact, enters the battlefield tapped. Tap, exile Eon Engine, reverse the game's turn order. For example, if a play had proceeded clockwise around the table, it now goes counterclockwise. Why is that important? Toph says non-token artifacts you control are lands, in addition to their other types. At the beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2. So what, we're going to keep reversing things back and forth? Are we just trying to screw over like one person at the table? It's like the turn order could go one way, but then it's going to go back the other way. Then it goes someone else. So you get like, it's like you get 2 turns per rotation and one person gets completely screwed. Ykill says, this show's version of bingo is good fun. Okay, so let's see the explanation here on the Discord. I think I saw it before the show started. Where is... A lot of people are posting stuff here. Okay, Toph the first metal bender plus Eon Engine. Lock a player out of the game and take twice as many turns. I got it. I knew it. Wasn't complicated at all. Frankly, there are more complicated concepts. Yeah, exactly that. You know, it's pretty easy when there's just like one sentence and I just have to like figure it out from one sentence. When there's like 4 cards and millions of sentences, I don't know what these things are trying to do. It's impossible to figure out. Surefire ourselves with John Icarus. Sorry, John Irenicus. On Discord. Reading the whole message explains the message. John... Oh, it's right here. Okay, gotcha. See, Surefire Selves, great templating. We got all the cards. So we got John Irenicus. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control of up to 1 target creature you control. Put 2+1/+1 counters on it and tap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game and gains. This creature can't be sacrificed. Whenever a creature you own but don't control attacks, you draw a card. What? This is so weird. It's like creature you own but don't control. So you have to give it to somebody. Whenever a creature you own but don't control attacks, we're benefiting off of it somehow. Spy Kit, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has all names of non-legendary creature cards in addition to its name. A lot of fake IDs around there. Eradicate. Remove target non-black creature from the game. Search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards with the same name as that creature, and remove them from the game. That player then shuffles his or her library. I suppose the idea is, so without looking, we're going to give the opponent John Irenicus or something. Or sorry, we gave control of some of our we have to give them a creature. We're gonna put Spy Kit on that creature, then give it to somebody, then get rid of that creature, and then remove all cards from their deck from the game, right? Prerequisites: we get John Irenicus on the battlefield. We control non-black creature with Spy Kit. Attach to it. Eradicate in hand. And at the beginning of your end step, John Irenicus will trigger, causing you to donate the creature. And then on your next turn, you eradicate it. And you search their library, their deck, and for every non-legendary creature card. That's it. And it's GG for them and 100% for you. Oh, so all the creatures? Oh, sorry. It specifically says all creatures. Graveyard for all cards. No, it's not for all cards with the same name as that creature. Hold on. Has all names of all non-legendary creatures. Okay, not all cards, just all the creature cards. Cool. Thanks for that correction. Yeah. Oh, only non-legendary names. Even more specific. Okay, you get to keep your legends. Damn it. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Rice with Repercussion and Blasphemous Act. It's blasphemous. Oh, they have new art for Blasphemous Act. 13 damage to each creature. 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. Repercussion. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, Repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's controller. Whenever a creature is... Oh my god! This is a one-shot kill! How has no one come up with this? Well, you know what? This card is $10, so I'm assuming someone has come up with this. To give credit, I've never heard of this one before. Well, we have another Spine of Ish-Saw combo. Spine of Ish-Saw. March of the Machines. Rite of Replicate. Okay, we're flowing now. We're in flow state in this show. Spine of Ish-Saw enters the battlefield, destroy a permanent. And when it goes to the graveyard, go back to hand. March of the Machines. Each non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. Each non-creature artifact, like the Spine of Ish-Saw. And then Rite of Replication. Rite of Replication for 4 mana. Kicker of 5. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell is kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead.
No, God, please.
Exile 5 permanents. That's how it's done around here. Okay, we have... I'm going to get you guys at near the end, because there's a lot of people. They don't have a combo at all. Christopher B says, live show idea, which they all are. None of these are pre-recorded. Weirdest creatures that you can defenestrate? I don't even know what that is. I don't know. You don't got a card, old boy? Loki, god of flies? What? Isn't it God of Lies? What's with the typos today? Topiary Lecturer. I only ask for one thing. Everyone spells their cards properly. Because I already spell the cards wrong so often. Elvis Fury. It's Elvis. Infinite mana. Creature stealing pumps, untap, and storm during your turn. How? Okay, Elvish Fury, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, but you got a buyback of 4, so we're going to make a lot of mana somehow. Topiary Lecturer. Increment, when you cast this spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than this creature's power or toughness, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Tap, add an amount of green equal to this creature's power, and an amount of green. So we're going to make this creature big, and make a lot of mana. Loki, God of Lies. Misspelled on purpose. Just to slow the show down for no reason. Whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single creature, gain control of that creature until end of turn. If it's your turn, untap that creature and it gains haste until end of turn. So we're gonna continuously play the buyback. I guess we need a lot of mana at first. Tap for green for an amount equal to that creature's power. So I guess we could tap it for mana. Then Loki of God of Lies says, we're going to target it for 5 mana. I think we need a lot of mana at first, but once we hit threshold, once this creature is at least 5 power, then we can keep buying this thing back infinitely. I don't know how this starts. It sounds like you just need like a boatload of mana in the beginning, because you can't start with 1 buyback. That's just not going to be enough, in my opinion. I'm gonna make a custom. The Big Nate says I'm gonna make a custom card called Elvis Fury now. Prepare for it with actual Elvis. Oh, it says Elvish Fury. I literally looked for Elvis Fury, but it still found it anyway. How about a show that gas cards with bubbles, bubble matrix, bubble? I don't know. What's the point? What's the idea there? Okay, next up we got Bab, Hive Mind, and Enduring Ideal. I hope you like enchantments, bro. Hive Mind. When a player casts a spell, an instant or sorcery spell, each other player copies that spell. Each of those players may choose new targets for the copy. Enduring Ideal. Maybe not ideal for our opponents. Search your library for an enchantment card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. It's got epic, so for the rest of the game, you can't play spells. Yeah, I hope you built your deck around enchantments. I know I have. That'd be so obnoxious. And what's interesting is that this is an enchantment, so it has probably great synergy in that type of deck. What a frustrating way to lose the game. It can be at the hot tub show with the bubbles. Next, Felicia with Modoc. Oh, it's the Skibbity Toilet guy. And then we have Augur of Agonies and Shielder the Apocalypse. Skibbity, 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 skibbity. Flying Lifelink, Mental Organism. Pay 3 life, Modoc Connives. Activate only during your turn. Draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Designed only for killing. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. And then we have the Queza, Augur of Agonies. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses 1 life. And you gain 1 life. Well, that's good. That means I might gain more. And I'm going to gain more life because of Shieldred. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Is this just whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses 1, you gain 1 life? Okay, but I need to draw a card. Here you go. Pay 3 life. So we gain 2 life from the Shieldred, 1 life from the Augur. And we can pay for it. Our opponent keeps losing life, we keep gaining life, and their creatures keep getting smaller till they're all dead. Yeah, we did. We broke Shieldred the Apocalypse. Again! Flow State is also the name of an MTG card. Yeah, I know. We got a new Flow State card. Benjamin Berkey with Obnixil. Look, I'll just get Unshackled, because I think there's only one Unshackled card. And then Marilyn of the Morn Song. Is James still here? James! James! Steel says, I wonder if Nikachu can figure out my 5-card combo in Discord without the description. Probably not. Okay, Marilyn of the Morn Song, a 3-mana, 2/3. Players can't draw cards at the beginning of each player's draw step. That player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, puts it into her hand, then shuffles their library. So, and then we've got Obnixilus. Whenever an opponent searches their library, that player sacks a creature and loses 10 life. Whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Obnixilus the Shackle. That is sounds very, very painful. Okay, so you submitted something in the Discord? Big Nate. Oh, no, it's not Big Nate. It was Stiletto. Okay, let's take a look at the Discord. Where is your... I guess it's this one? Is this the 5-card combo? Not all of you have the same username on Discord. Okay, here is an overly convoluted combo that might be considered jank. I use it in my favorite best of 3 deck. It'll win on the spot, but it requires a bunch of different pieces. 5 minimum. Okay, let's look at the pieces first. We have Cormella, Glamorous Thief. Haste. Pay 1, tap, add 3 mana. Spend the mana only to cast instant or sorcery spells. When she dies, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. We also have Saw in Half. Destroy target creature, and if that creature dies, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their base power is half their power, and their base toughness is half that creature's toughness. Round up each time. Also, we got Rapacious Dragon. Flying. When this creature enters, create 2 treasure tokens. Not dead after all. Until end of turn, until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, then create a Wicked Roll token attached to it. And then we have Sacrifice. So I guess this is our Sacrifice outlet. Sack one of your creatures, add to your mana pool a number of black mana equal to that creature's casting cost. So the first thing, the only thing I got out of all this is that we're gonna sack this Rapacious Dragon, I think, and we're gonna put Not Dead After All. Or how? Okay, if I were to guess, maybe we're gonna saw it in half. No, actually, no, I'm confused. Okay, how does this work? Cormella, Glamorous Thief plus Saw in Half is the first half. Oh, we're sawing her in half, like in a magician's show or something. And then we have, and eventually can be shortcut to the following. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. With both of them. When she dies, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Rapacious Dragon plus Not Dead After All plus Sacrifices the other half. Using these 3 spells together nets a bunch of mana and leaves the dragon on the board, but puts the 2 instants in the graveyard. Then just use the first half of the combo to recur the instants and repeat for infinite damage. Each time the dragon dies, the Wicked Roll token also causes 1 lost life to each opponent, meaning even without the infinite mana, this eventually drains the table. When Carmella the Thief dies, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card. Well, how did she die, though? So I understand we sawed her in half, then we sacked everything. We have the cards in the graveyard. How do we bring those cards back? When she dies, return up to... I don't know how we kill Carmella. Or did we get the cards back in the end? Oh, it puts the 2 instants in the graveyard, then just use the first half of the combo to recur the instants, huh? And you get your cards. I just don't know how we get the cards back. Saw in half creates 2 death triggers. I'm speechless here. Huh? Which return? I don't get it. Okay, so hon, did these things end up in our hand? So hon, we saw it in half. Carmella died. Oh, then we got saw in half back into our hand immediately, is what you're telling me. So saw in half came back instantaneously. Return up to 1. I don't get it. Because she is legendary. Oh, then the token dies. Oh, I see. Okay, the token dies. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The token, the legend. You didn't specify the legendary token being sacrificed to trigger it all over again. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. What a bizarre. It was like, yeah. The answer is no. I was not going to figure that one out on my own. Next, let's get Rin, Thor, God of Thunder. Oh, it's a new one. And Splash Portal. Storm, Kiln, Artist. It's fun seeing the light bulb. It only costs 1 mana because you tap the Carmella to pay for the saw. That is good. I don't know if that's good value. It's hard to pull off. Okay, Stormkiln Artist. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. We're gonna make a lot of mana. Splash Portal. Exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. If that creature is a bird, frog, otter, rat, we get to draw a card. And then Thor, God of Thunder. You're not a rat. Flying. When Thor enters, exile target equipment, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, are we trying to recur instant? Like, are we trying to play something infinitely? Exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under your control. This is a dwarf. I don't understand the splat. I don't understand anything. When you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, create a treasure token. Okay. Okay. I need a lot of help here. Like, these 3 cards look like they have nothing to do with each other. Just absolutely nothing. Who made this damn thing? Okay, Rin. Spill the beans here. Some explanation required. Because none of this makes sense at all. Is Summer Mermaid Star is getting writer's cramp rewriting his post? No, I tell you, you gotta learn how to copy and paste, everyone. Copy and paste. I don't get this. This looks like 3 random cards to me. Nobody's helping in chat at all. Okay, you cast Splash Portal, get a treasure, blink Thor, and Thor allows you to recast Portal. Exile target equipment, or the instant or sorcery card from your graveyard until end of turn. But then it's gone. When you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. It's gone, though. Okay, so you play Splash Portal, then Splash Portal disappears from the graveyard. Then how do you keep that going? I don't get this. This is like a bad combo that doesn't even combo. After you cast Portal, it goes back to the graveyard. When he enters, exile target equipment, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Oh, it doesn't go to exile. It just exiles, then you can replay it. Oh, and then and then the point of the Stormkiln Artist. Okay, so we get so the point is we have infinite blinking, and when you cast, oh no, actually no, we deal infinite damage because whenever we cast a non-creature spell. Okay, I finally get it. That, I don't know. Maybe it was the last few combos. Honestly, it's not that complicated. Now that you explain it to me. Summer Mermaid Star is a lady. We gotta be more ladylike to Summer Mermaid Star. Sorry about that. To her post. We go next to Aaron. Dr. Doom. It's funny. We're talking about Summer Mermaid Star. I should have went straight to her combo. Okay, well you'll be next, Summer Mermaid Star. Dr. Doom, Unrivaled. And Demonic Consultation. New Thassa's Oracle in the house. Is it? Oh yeah, this one. This is not a bad combo. That's a good combo. That's like official. I'm assuming this is officially good, especially since this card is like $80. I can't call that a bad combo. That's like officially an instant good combo. Okay, Summer Mermaid. Where's Summer Mermaid Star? She's gonna get priority. Shuri Wakandan. Okay, Shuri Wakan. Whoever the hell that is. And a spacecraft like Exploration Brood Ship. And Dark Steel Reactor. You people are gonna make me. I'm probably for the future gonna have like $5 minimum requirements, just like the custom card streams. Although it has never been a problem in the past. Where are we on time? How long has this show been going on for? Oh, we're actually not at the hour mark yet. Okay, let's take a look at this wombo of a combo. Is there an explanation here? Shuri makes Darksteel into a spacecraft. Does not help me. Darksteel Reactor, indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on this artifact. When this artifact has 20 or more charge counters on it, you win the game. That sounds great. 20 or more charge counters. Are we gonna move all these charge counters? So these spacecrafts, you have to charge them up because of station. You can play an additional land on your turns and flying. I'm assuming none of that matters. Shuri Wakandan Inventor. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Pay 1, tap. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control until end of turn. Except it isn't legendary. Activate only as a sorcery. Maybe we do have to charge this thing up. Shuri makes Darksteel into the spacecraft? Shuri makes Darksteel into a spacecraft. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control until end of turn. Oh, okay, so this becomes this thing. Is it like automatically charged? Like, I don't get it. If it's a spacecraft, then you can station it directly, right? You can station all of it directly. You transform the spacecraft into the Darksteel. Oh, okay, hold on. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on this artifact when the artifact is 20. So is this like a really slow combo? We're waiting 20 turns? These combos are too complicated today, chat. It's way too complicated. Possibilities are sort of endless. I also think We're all thinking sort of like that. You need 20 power. I know, you either need 20 power stuff or you wait 20 turns. Because remember, Darksteel Reactor says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on this artifact. 20 turns. Just 20 power. Well, yeah, but we have nothing of power here. No, because you station the spacecraft makes way more counters. Okay, I guess that's the idea. You should charge... Okay, Bryce says you should charge $5 any combo you need to visit Discord for. Nah, I don't really want to do that. Just $5 for everything. And again, if it's like more than 3 cards, you go to the Discord. You do it. Discord it is. Okay, Summer Mermaid Star. Darksteel becomes brood ship for turn, and then you can station it. Okay, there was one thing missing out of all this. You need like a 20 power creature like Merit Lage or something. So I get that's the only thing I was missing. Like, okay, first do this and that, and then station it with a bunch of creatures. And then that makes a lot of sense to me. I thought we had all the pieces of the puzzle over here, but it's with the assumption that we can station the whole thing up to a victory. Yeah, Nikachu is on my screen with the spinning wheel of death over his head, thinking on these combos today. No 20 total power. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I think we figured it out. I think we have enough. Did we figure it out, Summer Mermaid Star? You can use multiple creatures, but yeah, exactly. Use multiple creatures. Next, okay, we have some super chats here. We have... I don't think Elixir's got a card yet. Opalescence plus Out of Time. Permanently phase out all creatures and all non-aura enchantments besides Opalescence. So this is 3-mana enchantment. When Out of Time enters the battlefield, untap all creatures, then phase them out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. Put a time counter on Out of Time for each creature phased out this way. Also, this card has Vanishing. Untap all creatures, then phase them out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. How does this interact with Opalescence? Because this Out of Time is going to become a creature. We untap all the creatures, then we phase them out, including Out of Time. And I assume also Opalescence? Isn't Opalescence a creature? It's each other global. Okay, each other one. Put a time counter on Out of Time for each creature phased out this way. And has Vanishing. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from this enchantment. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. Okay, so it basically removes everything on the battlefield. It's like sort of a weird board wipe. Out of Time can't leave the battlefield. It doesn't exist. Huh? Say that again. Oh, Out of Time effect will never end. How does that work? Bryce says, or you could do separate shows and do a show that is bad 4-card plus combos. No! You have no idea how little I would want to encourage that. I love the 2 to 3 card combos. Look how complicated a 2-card combo is for me. Okay, I understand Opalescence stays. That I get. That I understand. That is crystal clear. Magic the Gathering is just so complicated sometimes. Okay, Out of Time will never leave. Never leave, so everything is gone for forever. Phase them out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. Put a time counter on Out of Time for each creature phased out this way. Vanishing. But I don't get it. Won't Out of Time... Oh! Out of Time... Okay, so Out of Time left is never gone. So everything's just phased out. Because, I get it. Everything is phased out. And Out of Time never left the battlefield because phasing doesn't leave the battlefield. So Out of Time is just phased out with everything else. And it's never leaving the battlefield, so the creatures never come back. Yeah, it didn't leave. It didn't leave. It phased out. Phased them out. That is actually so cool. That is a pretty cool way to, like, board wipe everybody. Maybe a little convoluted. Okay, time for only super chats, but I have some good news for you people. There are a few, there's a few freebies here. Next, let's take a look at, okay, we're just gonna go through them one by one. Toads with Wars Toll Power Surge. Oops, Wars Toll is a separate card. This is an old card. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, this enchantment deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of untapped lands they controlled at the beginning of this turn. Untapped lands? Oh, I see. Interesting. That's so bizarre. So if you spend... This was like an anti-mana burn sort of card. Like, sorry. This is a card that encouraged mana burn. Or if you didn't mana burn yourself, you're going to power surge yourself. Wars Toll, whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, tap all lands that player controls. If a creature an opponent controls attacks, all creatures that opponent controls attack if able. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana. Doesn't this help them? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, this enchantment deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of untapped... Doesn't this just not work? Is this like a combo for like 93 or something? This like just straight up doesn't work by today's show stand. I mean, maybe it's a bad combo for like, 20 years ago when mana burn existed. It was like a mana burn combo. But by today's damage, but what damage? You only get dealt damage for untapped mana. This enchantment deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of untapped lands they controlled at the beginning of this turn. So the idea with this card is that it was supposed to encourage people to tap their lands for mana, or you either lose life from mana burn, or you lose your life from power surge. Wars Toll actually helps you tap lands, and then prevent the damage, right? The lands that were tapped, you untap and take damage. Whenever at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that enchantment deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of... Oh! I'm understanding this. Are we understanding this card the same way? So I'm reading Power Surge as this. It's going to deal X damage, where X is the number of like lands that were already untapped. Number of untapped lands they controlled at the beginning of the turn. Not lands that became untapped. It's lands that are untapped. Is there like a... This card knows how many were untapped, even if it was not on the battlefield at the beginning of the turn. Oh, so is this counting cards that became untapped? I'm just reading the card wrong. Surefire Self says, oh, it's sort of a Zugzwang type of combo. You're discouraged to save mana. Well, I thought the wording of this card is so... Okay, I was reading the Oracle text. The Oracle text is not clear to me. But maybe let's read the Ancient Scripture. Maybe the Ancient Scripture is more clear. During each player's upkeep, Power Surge deals that player 1 damage for each land he or she controls that was untapped. That became untapped at the beginning of the turn before the untap phase. Okay, do you know what? Based on the Ancient Scripture reading, makes more sense. The Oracle text makes it look like you're only taking damage for lands that are untapped at the beginning of the turn. So like if you're not using your mana, you're screwing yourself. That makes a whole lot of sense. This is the worst. This might not be the worst combo show ever in terms of me trying to understand the combos, but it's up there. it's very hard. Pacers fan forever with Toph the First Metal Bender and Boombox. Toph the First Metal Bender is like the glue to a million combos. And Boombox. Boombox, 2 mana artifact, pay 6 tap, sacrifice the Boombox, destroy up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. And this thing's going to become a land, because non-token artifacts you control are lands, and it will come back to do even more damage. Worst worded combo for sure. I was totally with Nikachu. The errata doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess the errata makes sense to a judge. Reading the card didn't really explain the card to me. But like the not the Oracle text, but the wizards, what do they call it here? The rules, notes and rules made it a little bit clear, like okay, the card is remembering what is actually getting untapped that very turn. Reading the card explains the called judge. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's get some freebies. Okay, so the Pacers fan forever accidentally donated a card that I did anyway. Let's give it to Marie. Welcome to the show, Marie. Never seen you before. Avenger of Zendikar. And Mystic Reflection. I keep thinking Mystic Avenger of Zendikar is a banned banned card. Mystic Reflection. I got some protein powder on the back of my throat. Just wash it down with some more protein powder. Okay, this is pretty evil. Avenger. Oh, hon. Mystic Reflection. Let's go to this one first. Choose to target non-legendary creature the next time one or more creatures enter the battlefield. This turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creature. That's evil because Avenger of Zendikar. Oh, actually, hold on. What is the oh, it can foretell. That's okay. Because if you copy Avenger of Zendikar and then you play a land, when this creature enters, create a 0/1 plant creature token for each land you control. Oh no, but that's only when it enters. Is this instant speed? Oh, excellent. Okay, so you Avenger of Zendikar, trigger on the stack, Mystic Reflection, this damn thing. Then you get your 0/1 plants, which are Avenger of Zendikars, which makes even more plant creature tokens. Brutal combo. Finally, a combo I understand, damn it. Bad combos that now make sense to me. Rare Blue Skittles. Lich's Mastery and Approach of the set. We did that one. Did we do that? Was that your combo? I did that. Okay, that's going to be a freebie to chat as well. All right, we're going to give... Okay, then let's just give that freebie right now. Who wants a freebie? Liam Corgi didn't get anything. You get something now. Molecule Man? What the hell is that? Molecule Man. Keeps reading as Molecule. Teferi's Puzzle Box? It Danger? Miracle Anything? How's that gonna work? Teferi's Puzzle Box. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player puts the cards in his or her hand on the bottom of the library in any order, then draws that many cards. Molecule Man is a 6-mana 5/5. Non-land cards in your hand have 0 miracle. Non-land cards in your hand. Oh, because miracle is something that you draw. You came late. Yeah, that's funny. So many people posted their combos way in advance. I've done the combos, and then you guys super chat the combos. By all means, I enjoy the free money anyway. Non-land cards in your hand have 0 miracle. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player puts the cards in their hand on the bottom of their library in any order, then draws that many cards. But there's some random chance to this, right? You don't know what you're going to draw. It's only the first card you draw each turn has miracle. You can cast a card for its miracle cost when you draw it if it's the first card you drew this turn. Some upside. It's not really a combo or a synergy. Well, if you can stack the top of your deck, it will do something. You never know what you're going to draw off the Teferi's Puzzle Box. Manny Matt says, I know you moved on, but please read the landfall of Avenger of Zendikar. It gives counters, not play. Yeah, no. What I didn't move on. So I said Avenger of Zendikar enters the battlefield on the stack. Mystic Reflection. So that when the plant creatures come into play, now, so Mystic Reflection resolves, and the next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield, they enter as copies of the creature, and the plant tokens, when they enter the battlefield, become Avenger of Zendikars. Okay, next. Let's get Marcio. Championing Jank on the Discord. Okay, let's championing Jank. All right, excellent. Oh, it's only 3 cards. It's not even that many cards. So we got our Kiki-Jiki, create tokens of non-legendary creatures. They get haste. You gotta sack it later. But who cares if they... Whoops, what's going on here? Oh, I didn't change my... There we go. Okay, Kiki-Jiki. Create a token. That's a copy of target non-legendary creature. You gotta sack it at end of turn. That's okay if we sack it. We're probably gonna sack it ourselves with Goblin Bombardment. Sack a creature, and it deals 1 damage to any target. And then we got Changeling Berserker. A 4-mana 5/3 with haste. Also has Changeling, so it's all creature types. Champion a creature. What is that supposed to do? Ulalek Infinite on the stack? What the hell? Okay, so championing jank. Cards like Kiki-Jiki, Changeling Berserker, and Goblin Bombardment, and any one other creature. With Kiki-Jiki, the other creature and Goblin Bombardment on the field, cast the Berserker, championing the other creature. Then use Kiki-Jiki to copy the Berserker, championing the Kiki-Jiki. Sack the creature as the Berserker to the Goblin Bombardment, and Kiki-Jiki returns untapped. Oh, you keep championing Kiki-Jiki with Changeling Berserker, and then you sacrifice it, but not before you actually made a copy of Changeling Berserker with the Kiki-Jiki. Fascinating. It's a pretty cool combo, actually. Pretty cool combo. It's a little stacky, but I can follow you. Hey Pullman says, I used to rock with Changeling Berserker back in the day. Sorry, Steel. Unless you super chat, you only get 1 combo per show like this. These shows are only supposed to go an hour long, and it's kept going through the super chats. I try to let everyone get at least 1 combo. Next, let's get... Unless you pay. This is a pay-to-win show. If you pay money, you get to be part of more combos. Okay, Voltlin, there was a... James disappeared. Poor James. James submitted a combo that was way too good for this show. And because of that, Voltlin, you're going to get James a super chat. Captain Marvel. Apex Avenger. And also Wildwood Scourge. Okay, Wildwood Scourge, green X. Enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, and whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Then we got Captain Marvel, Apex Avenger, flying double strike, indestructible. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on another creature, if it's not a Kree, you may put the same number and kind of counters on Captain Marvel. Oh, fascinating. So we play Captain Marvel, then we play the Wildwood Scourge. Hold on, this just goes infinite counters? Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, you can put that many counters on this creature. But then whenever you put 1 or more counters on another creature, if it's not a Kree, which it's not, you may put the same number of counters on Captain Marvel. Thankfully, you can may. So you just keep pushing this to infinite power. Steel says, how often are the combo shows? I think this is the first time YouTube has suggested it to me, but this time slot. Yeah, well, actually, I was pretty sick last night. It was supposed to be yesterday. It happens once a month. Do you know what? Maybe we'll switch it to a Friday. How about that? Maybe it'll be once a month on Fridays instead. I'll just switch it, because there seems to be a lot of love for these shows on in the morning. Or, I don't know. I don't want to have them too often, because then it'll be repetitive. Both are infinite combos. I'll think about it. Also, these combo shows seem to be very long, and I like to do the long shows in the morning, so I'm not up all night. The show is one of the... I know you guys love the combo shows. I can tell. Pacers fan forever. Brand of Ill Omen. And Braid of Fire. Brand of Ill... Braid of Fire. Is that to pay our... Ooh, this is interesting. This is the first time we were maybe using this cumulative upkeep bug to pay for cumulative upkeeps. So Braid of Fire is the 2-mana enchantment. It has cumulative upkeep to add a red to your mana pool. This is unique, actually. This is like... now I'm thinking about it. This is like the card that makes cumulative upkeep cards like doable. And then we have Brand of Ill Omen. Cumulative upkeep for a red. Target creature's controller cannot cast summon spells. That is brutal. So you put this on something, but they could just, you know, sack the creature or something. Seems pretty easy to disrupt. When's the guest card? I don't know when the next guest the card show is. Eventually. Matty Matson says, it's just that Europeans are a better audience, so make more shows for us. Frankly, in the morning is best for both worlds, really. I get, like, the North Americans and the Europeans at the same time. Okay, next we have Marcio. Ulalek Infinite on the Discord. I think I saw that right below your other combo. So you have another combo here. Ulalek. I think it's such a pretentious name. It's Wooburg for 2/5 with the Void. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell, you can pay 2 colorless. If you do, copy all spells you control. Then copy all other activated and triggered abilities you control. You may choose new targets for the copies. Whoops. So then we have Spawn Gang Commander. What is that? Just literally Siege Gang Commander, but Eldrazi. When you cast this spell, create 3/0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens with sack this creature, add a colorless. And for 2 mana, sack an Eldrazi, deal 2 damage to any target. That's funny. Siege Gang Commander was like such a powerhouse in Standard when it first came out. It was just a pretty good card in general. And then they make like an Eldrazi version that's worthless. And also the original is worthless too. Then we have Abstruse, was it Archaic? Vigilance for 3/4 and a 3/4. Pay 1, tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from a colorless source. You may choose new targets for the copy. I have a feeling we're making infinite sacking for some reason. So having Ulalek and Abstruse Archaic on the battlefield and 10 mana available. We just have 10 mana magically. Cast the Spawn Gang. And use the Abstruse Archaic to copy Ulalek's triggered ability and pay for it. From this point on, order the triggers so that you will always create 3 spawns before having to pay the 2 for Ulalek's copy ability. Copy trigger. Infinite spawns and infinite spawn gangs. Oh, yeah. So remember, everybody, for as long as you have 10 mana just out of nowhere, and maybe you will have that mana, because apparently you have a lot of mana to cast Ulalek, you can make this combo work. Okay, back to reality here. We have another super chat from Bryce. Thanks so much for your super chat. Finn the Fang Bear on Discord. Oh, also on Discord. Why did I leave? Why did I go anywhere? Finn the Fang. You didn't even give the cards. Did you? The whole point of the damn show, the whole point of Discord is to post the cards, see? 1999 Finn the Fang Bear plus Echo. Like now what? I got to go back to this is not how this works, Bryce. Okay, Finn the Fang Bear. So I have to actually go back to Scryfall. Finn. This is the opposite how Discord works. Echoing equation and 4 creatures of any kind. Echoing equation. Echoing equation. And then next you want target Finn with the equation and it's an instant kill if 1 creature can attack. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. What's the other? Okay, echoing equation's on the other side of this card. 5 mana for sorcery. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn. Except those creatures aren't legendary if the chosen creature is legendary. So what do we call? Ooh, Finn the Fang Bear. That's an evil one, because whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. But because you have so many creatures on the battlefield that say that, when the opponent hits your opponent once, it's going to be GG and game over for them. I know I'm working super hard. Some days these combos are so jank. Okay, okay, what do we got here? Rare Blue Skittles throwing in a super chat before it's all over. Mirror Battlesphere. I have a feeling this is not that jank. Well, it's jank, but commonly known. Sphere, Mirror Battlesphere, Mirror Palladium. Palladium. And 2 copies of Mirror Galvanizer. Super jank. We got, okay, Mirror Galvanizer. Other mirrors you control get +1/+1. Pay 1, tap, untap each other mirror you control. Oh, I wonder what we're going to untap. The Palladium mirror, which taps for 2 colorless. What are we going to do with all that? Whenever you, how does Mirror Battlesphere work with this? When this creature enters, create 4 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature tokens. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap X, untap mirror you control. If you do, this creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn and deals X damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. You may tap. Oh, I guess while it's okay. So I guess while this creature is attacking, we can just trigger all these. We tap the mana, pay 1, untap each mirror. Oh yeah, and you this great. You may tap X, untap mirror. It feels like you only get 1 shot at this though. If you do, this creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn. Yeah, well, this thing is on. It's 2 copies of the Palladium. Okay, that's fine. I still don't understand how this is going to work. I think the idea was to like tap an infinite number of creatures, but I think when this trigger resolves, it's like, okay, you have X number of untapped creatures, you got to tap them, and then that's it. That's as much damage as you're doing, right? Apology accepted, Bryce. Okay, you have 2 copies of Palladium. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with 2 copies of Palladium? You got even more mana. Big deal. Pay 1, tap, untap each mirror you control. I don't even think it's necessary to have 2 copies of Palladium. Manny Matson says, I want to make a joke combo with Scorched Ruins because that is Europe right now, but it's too hot to think. Is it really hot over there? I heard, like, the United States is criticizing the fact that they don't have air conditioning. For some reason, Europe is defiant against air conditioning, which is funny. Now that I think about it, I lived in Europe for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and there wasn't any air conditioning, but it wasn't a problem. 4 degrees, yeah. Okay, so what is this doing? What is this doing? I don't think this, like, okay, this is a Palladium mirror and Mirror Galvanizer. Okay, that's a combo. You have infinite mana. But actually, the Mirror Battlesphere has nothing to do with this. I'm disqualifying the Mirror Battlesphere. I am approving the Palladium mirrors and the Mirror Galvanizer. That actually makes sense. With 2 Galvanizer and 1 Palladium, you get infinite. I know, that's it. Just swap Battlesphere with... No, you just don't even have... Yeah, this combo doesn't work. If you think you can tap infinite creatures to keep buffing the Battlesphere, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to take 1 random combo from chat. Chat got screwed today. I'll tell you why chat got screwed today, because too many people posted too many typos. Okay, who do we get? Who's the first one after this? Jesus, you get the last combo. Out of pity, really. Ivory Tower. The 1 ring. Hey, this is a legal combo. The 1 ring. The 4-card combos are supposed to be in the Discord. Fortunately, I know some of these cards. Manifold Key. So I can crank this out. Sorin. House of Markov. Although this one's going to be a little complicated. Okay, cards I know. Ivory Tower. Ivory Tower. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand at -4. The 1 ring... Oh, interesting. Do you know what? That by itself is an interesting combo. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand at -4. But you're going to gain, like, a bunch of cards off of the 1 ring the longer it stays on the battlefield. Draw more cards and gain way more life. Maybe not as much life as you're losing, but, I mean, you're offsetting it pretty good. Then we have Manifold Key. Pay 1, tap, untap another target artifact. Oh, yeah, you could draw even more cards off of your 1 ring. Well, how does Sorin, like, work into this? How does Sorin work into this? Lifelink and Extort. At the beginning of her post-combat main phase, if you gain 3 life, you get to flip this thing over. Also has Extort, the Sorin Ravenous Neonate. +2, create a food token. -1, Sorin Deals damage equal to the amount of life you gain this turn to any target. Oh my god. What a combo. Gain 1 billion life, hopefully off of the ivory tower, and then shoot somebody with this thing. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. I don't know. Are we supposed to have more bad MTG combos that actually work? Am I supposed to be like doubling down on the things that make money? I could turn this show into another custom card stream type of show. Where we do it like every 2 weeks. And I charge you guys $5 to $10 per combo. If you want to go over your one combo limit. What's my favorite combo for today? Oh my god, there was a favorite combo, but I've gone through so many combos now I don't remember anymore. I'll see it on the replay. Okay, everyone, thanks for being here today. Of course, you want to be here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Central Standard, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, like so many people super chatted today, or you super chat so other people can be part of the show. Thanks so much, everyone, for your support and your combos. They're so important. People like Jesus, Christopher B., Adaptus, Marcio, Maddie Matson. We got Toads. The mirror combo give creature plus power and it deals damage. You can TSP the untap your mirror 4 times. No, but I don't know if that works like that. I think when Mirror Battlesphere triggers, you have to then just tap your creatures. That's it. And then trigger's over. I think. I could be wrong, but I didn't get any clarity on that, like whatsoever. Thanks so much, Yeezus. So as usual, my coffee crew. Keep bringing those coffees. I'm going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.